So we're live. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria. I'm a host here on this immersion. I've been a host on Talk and Talk for almost 4 years now. I love being here. My English improved a lot using the platform. And it's one of the best ways that I enjoy to meet new people, to talk about topics that we don't talk daily, even with our friends. And a little bit about me, I'm 28. I live in Florianopolis. I have my own business. I have a broker insurance company. I've been working as a strategic director and I loved it. On my free time, I love playing beach tennis, volleyball, riding my bike with my friends, taking my dog on the beach, and that's it for now. And I want to give the best welcome for Jefferson. It's his first time here today. Welcome, Jefferson. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, good night or good evening, everyone. I'm Jefferson. I'm the most important part of me is I'm married and I have 4 kids. And I love my kids. I have twins and 2 little girls. I live in Sorocaba and work in São Paulo, sometimes in Belo Horizonte, and sometimes in Miami. I work with technology. I'm an IT manager, and I love technology. For me, it's a good part of my day when I need to work. But out of work, I'd like to play music. I love play music. In my house, everybody needs to know play some instruments. So I play clarinet. My wife too. My boys, Gabriel play French horn. Lucas play trumpet. Julia
Wow.
plays flute, and Sarah would like to know to play piano. So um, all my family play one instrument, and normally and sometimes we play together, and it's a good experience for me. So normally I'm work or play instrument or stay with my family and my kids.
Wow,
And
that's
that's it for
amazing.
now.
A family of musicians. That's very nice. And it's very beautiful also because you're making great memories with your kids like this. It's not so common in families in general to have a family of musicians, so it's a great way to spend time with them. That's very nice.
For me, it's so important. Music is for me, it's create experience and I don't know if the right word is acknowledgement, but when you need to know to learn an instrument, you have a lot of experience. My kids,
Mhm.
for example, uh, need to training hard every day, and the result is different like actual generation. When you have a result in some minutes or seconds in a reels and a short videos, but to learn music is different. You need to train hard every day, and past months and years, and after this you can see the first results. So it's for me so important because it's an important point of life. You need to dedicate for a long time if you really want to do anything. So for me, it's an important lesson to learn music, and it's a good. I had this opportunity when I'm younger, so I'd like to propose the same situation to my kids.
That's very nice. That's amazing. Thanks for sharing, Jefferson. Andrea, what about you, Andrea?
Okay, good evening, guys. My name is Andrea. Sorry about my voice. As you can listen, it's terrible today. I am trying to speak louder. Let's see. I live in Guarujá, the coast of São Paulo, but I am from São Bernardo do Campo. Actually, I've been living here for almost 40 years, so it's a long time. I am married, I don't have kids, I don't have pets as well. I am just a mother of plants. I have a lot in my little balcony. What else? In my free time, I really like listening to music, but I don't know to play anything, Jefferson. I wish I could play something. But when I was a teenager, I used to attending on, how can I say that? The band Marshall band at school. So I played lira in
Oh,
that time. Yeah.
cool.
What else? Yeah, and I really like going a rock concerts as I said for you in the beginning. So that's it about myself.
Amazing,
Very good.
Andrea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Karina, what about you?
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Karina. I joined Talk and Talk in January this year. Um, I live in Minas Gerais, in a small city next to Viçosa, in Ponte Nova. I live with my mom and my fiance, plus my dog Campero. I work from home as a marketing specialist. In my free time, I like to go for a walk with my dog, and I enjoy go out with my family, my friends. Um, that's it for today.
Amazing, Karina. Thank you. So, guys, let's begin with question number one. Andrea, do you think comparing yourself to others is always negative? We're saying about personal life and also work.
No, I don't think it's always negative. I think sometimes when you compare yourself with the other people, can be a way that you show that you are admire the people, the
Mhm.
person. And then you can learn from the person. For example, I have some members in my family that I admire a lot, and it can inspire myself to do the same, to study, to have a good life, I don't know, to do exercises, this kind of things. In this way, I think when you comparing, it's good. But when you start comparing yourself and you get upset because you don't have the same that the person have, so it's a point that you need to pay attention, in my opinion. So that's it.
Very nice, very nice. What about you, Jefferson? What's your opinion about this?
Um, for me, it's so important difference, and difference is good. So comparing myself with other people's is a good way if you can see with good eyes. I don't know if it's the right expression, but with a good eyes. So um, for me, I can compare myself with other person and see difference, and it's okay with this. For example, um, um, my wife have some abilities and I don't have, and for me it's good because I'm happy for her, and for me it's important. No, I have difficult with this point, for example. So I don't see problem with comparing persons because but it's so important to see and to make this with a good eyes. If you compare to say, "Oh, I'm better," or this is a good a bad way in this case.
Very nice. Do you think there's gonna be a point your kids are going to compare themselves to you as musicians, as the process of learning music?
Um, I'm not sure if I understand, but um, my kids normally comparing one that others normally,
Mm,
and in some cases in a bad comparing, and in this case I interview and intercept and explain, because it's important to see the difference, and it's
yes.
important to compare, but you can't um, uh, I don't know the word, but just to think I'm better than the other. Okay, and the opposite, the same. Oh, is better than me. Oh, I'm bad because this. No, it's different, and it's important to live with this difference. For me, it's so important this, and I try to teach this point of view to my kids.
That's great. That's great. Because even though they live in the same house, you and your wife educate them in the same way, they're different kids, they're different people. So they're gonna have different results. Doesn't matter if they're siblings or what else, because they're each one are specific individuals. So it's nice to look to the siblings as inspiration, not a bad comparison, right?
Of course, and more. If Gabriel, for example, like a French horn, and Lucas like a trumpet, and okay with this. Um, French horn is a good instrument. Flute is a good instrument. Trumpet, it's a good instrument. Lira, it's a good instrument, and it's okay with this. I can't I think, oh, the trumpet is the best and the others, oh, is worse. No, it's good for me, and for other is a different
Yeah,
point of view.
that's right. Very nice. Thanks. Karina, what about you?
I agree with you guys. I think it's not a problem at all when you want to, like, for example, you want to achieve something and you can be inspired for with someone, and you can learn someone, as said, we can learn someone with that person that already achieved that thing that you want. So I think in this way is a good thing, but not to think like that this person is better than me because of that. But you
Yeah,
can think I can learn with this person and I can achieve this if I want.
that's right. That's right. I pretty much agree with all of you guys. And I believe that comparison only makes sense, only is good for us when we have a point behind it. For example, I'm comparing my English skills with Andrea, for example. So I'm inspired by her. I want to know what she did to learn English. I want to know how her process was, but I can't try to how can I say, I can try to make myself has have the same results as her because she had a different path than I did. So my life goes a certain way, Andrea's life goes a certain way, so I can't compare my all of the things with her because I'm seeing only the result. I didn't see the process. The main point is we can't compare only the results because there are so many variables that contributes to the results, so we can't make it all about it because we're gonna see in a bad way and make us feel bad about ourselves most of the time. So it's better when we use to inspire us, to use somebody as an inspiration. That's also very, very important for our growth. So let's go to another question. Number 3, since we're talking about motivation. Karina, have you ever used comparison as motivation? Do you have an example or something?
I think sometimes in my career, sometimes in my area, I know some people that already once was in my place, in my position, in my job, and they could growth in the career, they could get better positions, and sometimes I could learn something about the process, and I could apply this in my own career, my own job. So I think it's a good example that you can apply this for good and not for bad.
Amazing, amazing. What about you, Andrea?
Yes, I think all the time we are comparing ourselves and we try to I don't know, to catch the positive part of it, you know. For example, you said about the trajectory in studying English, and we are here on Talk and Talk every day, you know. And for example, for me, you an inspiration, Vicky, because your English is amazing. You know, I wish I could talk like you. And it's something that makes me feel like, oh, okay, if I study, probably one day I will achieve this level, you know. So when we see this part of the comparison, comparison, I think it's good because we keep the motivation for us, you know. We catch this motivation and we start putting more effort to study or to improve. So I think it's really important. Another thing that I can share, I have already studied English when I was 20, in my 20s, for example, and I give up. And then I started study again because I did a trip to Italy and I couldn't communicate myself properly. So I decided to study again. And then one of my oh my gosh, my cousin was studying English as well because he needed to have the contact with the language because of his work, his job. And then we started talking about it, you know. So we decided to study together to motivate each other, you know. Oh, do it, do that. So it's really good because we could improve together in this path, you know. So nowadays, I think I improve a lot because I've been attending on this platform for a long time. And he is still studying and improve a lot as well. So it's a way to keep motivation, you know.
Amazing, amazing. First of all, thank you, Andrea, for your words. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. And one other thing that Andrea said it's very important is finding people to walk with us toward an objective, toward the result. Because it's much easier when we have somebody by our side to motivate us. Today, most of the stuff we do is online, and we do that by ourselves with just a computer, and can be very lonely. So it's a great way to do this. And I've been attending here for almost 4 years because I'm with you guys, because I talk to you guys, because every week I talk to new people, we inspire each other. So it's a great way to keep going, because when we're on a platform just watching the classes and learning the verbs, the vocabulary, it can be so boring, so lonely. So it's a great way to anything we're going to do, like playing music, can be learning a new language, and also going to the gym. Next week I'm going return to the gym because I found a friend that called me, okay, let's go together because this way we won't give up. Together we won't give up. But when I go by myself, I give up very easily. Jefferson, what about you?
Always. Always I use it comparison to motivation because for me is important have examples. And normally I use other persons to example. Probably my first example was my dad, and all the time I'm comparing and say, oh, I need to do it because he do it and he can do it, so I can do it. And for me, it's so important. And this action for me is like a inspiration when you comparing with another person, and this comparison is generate motivation for me. Is the base to growth, and I use all the time um, to compare other person with me and use this for motivation to grow and to learn and to dedicate, um, and that's it.
That's very nice. I was going to ask you that about who inspired you to begin on this music path, on this love about music. Was it your dad?
My dad. My
That's very
dad
nice.
play I don't know, probably all of the instruments,
Wow.
winds and woods, clarinet, flute, saxophone, trumpet, trombone, euphonium, tuba, um, um, drums, I don't know, violin, viola, cello,
Wow.
bass, guitar. It's a multi-instrument. And in my house, um, always have one instrument or more, and always have music. Normally, instrumental music, and I, I I don't have chance. I need to know music. Me and my sisters need to know music.
Wow, that's very nice.
One
Very, very nice.
important point. My mom hate music.
How so? Really?
Yes.
I guess she's tired of hearing your father
Probably,
plays every instrument.
probably yes. And need to listen three kids to learn instrument is so hard.
Yeah, not easy. Not easy because it's very beautiful when we say, oh, they play that instrument or that one, but the learning process
Oh,
is difficult for
terrible.
the people who are not learning, just listening, everybody trying to play.
Yes, it's so hard.
Very nice. Thank you. Okay, so Karina, number 5. What's one area of your life where you feel content without comparison, that you feel proud of yourself?
Yes, let me think about it. Uh, I think that I am content enough with my my fiance and my family. I think it's a good area in my life. I don't need to compare with anyone else because I think um, for me it's like I I I could not choose anyone different from what I have today. and this is good. It's a good feeling.
That's very nice, very beautiful, because our family and the family we are born with and the family that we choose through our life in the path of our life is all it's what gives us structure to move on with everything else, to move on with our job, to move on with our personal lives, with our hobbies, with our friends, with everything. So that's very important and that's great. Thanks for sharing, Karina. Jefferson, what about you?
Don't know. It's a difficult question, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Probably in, I don't know.
I'll let you think, okay? I'll give you a few minutes to think and we'll go to Andrea. That's okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Andrea, tell us.
Yes, I agree with Jefferson. It's such a difficult question, but I can share with you guys. I consider myself a determined person. When I put something on my mind, I try to achieve it, no matter what will happen. But of course, I don't need to hurt someone or be better than someone to achieve my things. So maybe I can share it because I think it's a trace of my personality that I am really proud of, because sometimes it's difficult to be confident, and we need to try being confident every day. So, yeah, when I put something in my mind, I just go on and do everything to achieve that. And I don't know, I don't need to compare myself with this personality that I have.
That's very nice. That's very nice. And I also uh, have those traces of personality, like you said. I understand. I consider myself very determined as well, and also bold. I think that when I put something in my mind that I want to do for me, even though I'm afraid, even though it can be a big step, a huge change, I measure the risks and I go with fear and everything, but I go. It's something that I learned in my life, that I don't let fear stopping me anymore from doing whatever I want to do for me and for the people who I love. So I think it's very important to measure the risks and put in balance what I'm gonna do, what are going to be the consequences. So I go and do it, even though it can be very hard, and even though it can be very tough to deal with a new reality, for example. So it's something that I learned and I'm very proud of. And I've heard some friends talking about this, about myself being like this, and I'm very happy because it's a way to also inspire other people to go and reach their dreams, because there's no such thing as an impossible dream. It depends a
Exactly.
lot on the possibilities, the scenarios, but sometimes we have just to try because we're too afraid of making a new change. But we have to try, or else we're gonna live thinking, what if? And that's the worst case for me.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree, Vicky. And I always thinking about it's better, guys. I don't know, regret about the things that you did than regret about the things that you even tried. So imagine,
Yeah,
oh, I regret because I even tried to do it. So if I am afraid, I will go with the fear no matter what happened. That's it.
that's it. Thank you, Andrea, for sharing. I always relate a lot to the things that you bring here. That's very nice. Jefferson, have you thought of anything?
I don't know. I think for now I can't respond to this question. I can't think one one area of my life. Um,
Maybe the way you educated your kids, bringing music into their lives so young, the way you are with your family every day.
no, for me, it's the opposite. Because normally in all area, I'm feel content without comparison. For me, is more important what I feel than what other opinion or the other people. So for example, I love to cook, and when I cook, if I like the food, for me it's enough. Oh, everybody say, oh, it's worst. For me, not a problem because I love this food. I will eat, and it's okay. And normally, I believe a lot in my my opinion, and of course, I need to do and to think in the other person is true, but for me, it's more important my opinion about me and my action than the other opinion. I don't know
That's very
if
nice.
I'm clear. So
Yeah, sure.
if for me I need to do anything, I will do. Oh, Jefferson, but for other people is strange. Okay, but for me not. So, in this case, my opinion is more important. Of course, the law is more important than my opinion. The legal is more important than my opinion. But in a regular situation, for me, my opinion is more important because when my life is will be over, um, I probably will remember what I do, and not about opinion, other opinions about me. So if I want to eat, I will eat. Oh, Jefferson, but it's strange to merge and these ingredients. For you it's strange, for me it's delicious, so I will merge and eat because for me it's a good way.
Yeah, that's great. And people in general, they have opinion about all kind of stuff, but in the end of the day, everybody's worried about themselves. So it doesn't make sense for us to carry on the judgment the other people are bringing to our lives. So it's very good. Let's go on to question number 9, Karina. Do you think people compare themselves less as they get older?
Mm, I don't
How
know
old are
about
you,
the.
Karina?
I'm 33 years
Okay.
old already. But I don't know about the others. But for me, definitely yes, because I feel that nowadays I care much less about what the others think about me, and I think it's not good to me compare with the others because I have my own way to do the things and to make some progress. So I'm more mature today, and I think this is good for me because I feel better. I think in the past, I I used to think a lot about the others and care about the others, and now I think more about how I can make progress by myself, and just is enough. I think it's like I'm love more myself today than in the past, and this is good.
That's amazing. And it's very important for us to have this kind of clarity that Karina brought, because the more we compare ourselves to others, the more we feel insecure. So, as Jefferson was saying, he didn't compare or listen a lot to what people are saying. He's very secure of himself. So, it's a good way, because we're never, never, never are going to be able to be 100% like other person, because we are other person. There is no possibility. Even twins. You said you have twins daughters. So even the twins, they are different people. They have the same um, attributes, physical attributes, but the personality is different. So it's very different to, we're not going to be the same person as the other. So it's not healthy, and it's not something good for us. We're going always to be insecure and sad because we're not going to reach that. So that's very nice. Thanks for sharing, Karina. Andrea, what do you think?
Yes, I really like it, the Karina's answer, because I agree with her. I think when we get older, we don't care so much about the others people thoughts, and it's just happening because of our experience through the life. We start understanding that it's not necessary to concern about. You need to, I don't know, follow your path, follow your ideas, because in the end of the month, no one will appear to pay your bills. So just know
Yeah.
about your life, this kind of thing, because people sometimes like to give you some advice, but in the end, just know about the results. So the confidence, of course, plays a big role in on it, because if you are not so confident, probably you will continue in comparing yourself, and maybe have some doubts, this kind of negative, intrusive, how can I say that? Negative, intrusive thoughts, I think it's that the word. So I changed it a lot, guys, since I am becoming older because of this. I am more concerned about my life, the things that I want to do for me, the best for me, not the best for the others. So sometimes we need to be more selfish, because we need to think more about us first, then we can help others. But if you just think about the others
Yeah.
first, probably you will not achieve some good things. So that's it.
Do you believe, Andrea, that as you grew older, you became more confident about yourself and going after the stuff that you want for your life?
Yeah, totally, totally, Vicky. I am really different now. And I am discover a new Andrea, because I've been doing a lot of things that I have never imagined that would be possible, because I was really shy. I am a shy person, but I pretend to be a positive person. And when I pretend to be a positive person, my mind changes. So I am a positive person. So it's good. So you just need to follow. Okay, go in this path that everything will how can I say, turning good. I don't know how to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, just follow the flow. Very
Yeah.
nice, very nice. Thanks, Andrea. Jefferson, what about you?
I agree. Probably when anybody grow and older, have have less sense to compare, and to make bad to compare. And I think and the first years of the life, and normally kids would like to be accepted and make friends and make a relationship, and it's more important other opinion than yourself. But when the time pass, it's different, because you say, how say Andrea, at the end of month, all the bills is mine. I need to pay my bills, so it's more important my opinion, my decision, because and at the end of the day, I need to respond for my acts, for my mind, for my position. So the time teach that the life is one, and everybody need to watch. I don't know the word right now, but need to make your hours live.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. That's great, guys. Well, as for me, I don't recall myself as being a person who compares me a lot with other people, even when I was younger. And nowadays, even less. It doesn't mean that I never compare myself to people, but I believe that I do that in such a minimum way, so it doesn't affect me in a negative way. But as I grew older, I realized that I was taking myself easier with my mistakes. When I was younger, I was very hard on myself that I couldn't do any mistakes, that I couldn't do that, or I couldn't do other stuff. And now I'm more willing to take risks and to make mistakes, and that's great for development in general. Even in English, for example, when I was younger, it was almost impossible for me to participate in a conversation like this because I know my English isn't perfect. But that's not the point here. I know that I'm making mistakes, but I know that you guys are understanding me, so that's the point. So I'm happy with myself that I'm here speaking in English or anything else in life, making mistakes, but I'm doing it. I'm going after the stuff that I want. I'm going after the stuff that I believe that makes me feel good. So as I grew older, I became more confident to make mistakes. I believe that's the main point for me that made a lot of change in my life. And that's very important for all of us. I believe it because if we don't make mistakes one, twice, or 10 times, we're not going to get it right never, because nobody gets the something right for the first time. It's very, very hard to make something right for the first time. So we have to try again and again and again to make it right, to try to do our best. So that's the point in life for me. So, guys, one last question. Let's see. Number 4, Karina, how can we appreciate other people? Have I read this, guys? Number 4? I guess no.
No.
Okay. How can we appreciate other people's success without feeling inferior?
I think it's like, as I said, you can admire the person, and you can uh, feel inspired by that person, and feel that you can achieve that as well if you want to. You don't have to compare. I think the person is better, and you cannot do that. You just have um to try, and it's okay to make mistakes, as you said. Um, because, for example, for me, English is very difficult because I don't. In the past, I always think that I don't want to make mistakes because the others you think I'm a dumb person, and so I prefer not to talk and not to speak in English because I will do mistakes. Is the only possibility because I'm learning and this is normal.
Yeah.
So I think today uh, um, I prefer to focus on that anyone someday had to learn. So it's like me, I'm learning, and someday I will achieve this and I will achieve what I want without to compare as a negative way.
Yeah. That's a very important point you brought about English. And I can say in general, guys, we as Brazilians, we tend to judge a lot our English as if we were not English speakers. We are, because I have a group of friends, a nomad group of friends, and I know people from all over the world: Malaysia, India, Netherlands, Germany, and there are people that they speak very very less English than we do, and they're so confident. We understand each other, but their language, their vocabulary is a bit shorter than our here in the room, for example. And they're feeling so great about it because they're having a conversation. And even though we have a good English, sometimes we feel insecure, we feel afraid to talk in front of our other people because we think our English is not good enough. But it is. We are the ones who judges ourselves a lot. We are the ones who are stopping ourselves, not others. Like I said, everybody is worried about themselves. They're not looking at us at all. That's the point. So Jefferson, what do you think about this? How do you
Um,
appreciate without feeling inferior?
Sometimes is easy, but sometimes it's difficult. For example, for me, if the person have a success and I'm not, but I'm, is it not a competition? It's okay. Oh, you in the first position and I'm second position, but isn't a competition? Okay,
Yeah.
I can make me happy for your situation, but in a competition is different. I like a competition, but I worst don't win or lost. hate hate is more strong than me, and I can to say congratulations. I can make a fake smile, but in myself, oh, I'm really bad. So in other scenario, out of competition for me is so good, um, and I'm not make me inferior. For me, it's a problem. And in my house with my kids is difficult situation because always when one make one have one score and the other last score in school. Oh Jesus, it's have a fight and I need to interrupt. Come on, uh, if your brother have a good score, make happy because he had success. Oh, but I would like a good score too. That okay, and that the next time. but make happy because it's your brother. If your brother is good, you need to make happy. Um, I talk a little bit about a competition, and for me, have one exception. I make me happy if I lost a competition to my kids. For me, it's okay. There's one exception. There's one exception.
That's very nice, very nice. Thanks for sharing. Andrea, you want to add something?
Yeah, no, just that I think it's important, guys, to remember that everyone has a different path, so we don't need to put ourselves down just because someone achieved something that you haven't yet. So
Yeah,
just to add it.
that's very nice. Thank you, Andrea. So, guys, thanks for conversation today. Our time is up now. I'm sending the link, Jefferson. This is an anonymous survey link where you don't put your name, but you're gonna write something about the immersion, like, oh, I want to talk about this specific topic. So you can leave a suggestion. You can say about something you didn't like and you think I should improve or the platform should improve or something you liked. So if you can, please write a comment. And I want to also invite you to Andrea's immersion, which are great. They're on Mondays, Andrea. What time is it?
Yes, I have 3 times here on platform.
Oh my
Monday
God.
at yeah, Monday at 8 p.m., Wednesday
Okay.
at 7 p.m., and Friday it's like a happy hour, 9 p.m., So this is my time here. You are invited. Welcome.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you,
Guys,
Vic.
thanks a lot for conversation today. Jefferson, I hope you had a good time with us, and I do hope to see you again more often, okay?
Okay. Thank you, everyone.